Welcome to Ontario, a land of endless adventure, breathtaking landscapes, and hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. From roaring waterfalls to serene lakes, from vibrant city streets to peaceful wilderness, Ontario is a province like no other. Join us on a journey through 10 of the most amazing destinations in Ontario, each filled with beauty, history, and unforgettable experiences. Whether you're an adventurer, a nature lover, or simply seeking inspiration, this travel guide will show you why Ontario is truly a wonderland for explorers. Stay tuned, because the adventure begins now. Imagine standing at the edge of a massive waterfall, where the ground trembles beneath your feet, mist rises into the sky like clouds, and rainbows form in front of your eyes. Imagine driving through endless forests, sailing on lakes that look like oceans, and walking through cities that feel alive day and night. This is Ontario, one of the most stunning and diverse places in the world. In this journey, you're about to explore the wonders of Ontario, from legendary natural landmarks to peaceful hidden escapes, all in breathtaking 4K beauty. Ontario is the heart of Canada, a province where nature and modern life blend perfectly. It is home to millions of lakes, vast forests, dramatic waterfalls, and vibrant cities. Whether you love adventure, peaceful landscapes, or urban exploration, Ontario offers something unforgettable. Our journey begins with the most famous natural wonder in Ontario, and one of the most famous waterfalls on Earth. Niagara Falls is not just a waterfall. It is a powerful force of nature that attracts millions of visitors every year. Located on the border between Canada and the United States, Niagara Falls is made up of 3 waterfalls: Horseshoe Falls, American Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. Together, they create a massive curtain of water that crashes down with incredible power. When you stand near Niagara Falls, you feel its energy. The roar of the water is constant, the air is filled with mist, and the scenery feels larger than life. During the day, sunlight reflects through the mist, creating bright rainbows that stretch across the sky. At night, the falls are illuminated with colorful lights, turning the water into a glowing masterpiece that looks magical. One of the most thrilling ways to experience Niagara Falls is by taking a boat tour that brings you close to the falling water. As the boat approaches, the mist becomes stronger, the sound gets louder, and you feel completely surrounded by nature's power. It is an experience that stays with you forever. For those who prefer staying dry, there are observation decks, walking paths, and scenic viewpoints that offer incredible panoramic views. Beyond the waterfalls, the Niagara region is full of charm. Niagara-on-the-Lake is a beautiful historic town known for its old buildings, quiet streets, and world-class wineries. Vineyards stretch across the countryside, offering some of the best wine tasting experiences in Canada. It is the perfect place to relax after the excitement of the falls. But Niagara Falls is only the beginning of Ontario's wonders. The province is filled with landscapes that feel untouched by time. Vast forests cover much of the land, home to wildlife like moose, deer, bears, and countless bird species. In the autumn, these forests transform into a sea of red, orange, and yellow, creating one of the most beautiful fall displays in the world. Ontario is also famous for its lakes. With more than 250,000 lakes, the province is a paradise for boaters, anglers, and nature lovers. The water is often crystal clear, reflecting the sky and surrounding trees like a mirror. Some lakes are surrounded by luxury cottages, while others are so remote that you can spend days without seeing another person. The province's cities add another layer to its beauty. Toronto, the capital of Ontario, is one of the most multicultural cities in the world. Its skyline is dominated by the iconic CN Tower, which offers breathtaking views of the city and Lake Ontario. The city is filled with world-class restaurants, museums, festivals, and neighborhoods that reflect cultures from every corner of the globe. Ottawa, Canada's capital city, is also located in Ontario. It is known for its historic architecture, beautiful parks, and the stunning Rideau Canal, which becomes the world's largest skating rink in winter. The city blends history, politics, and culture in a way that feels elegant and welcoming. Ontario changes dramatically with the seasons. In summer, the province is alive with festivals, outdoor adventures, and lake activities. In autumn, forests turn into colorful landscapes that attract photographers from around the world. In winter, snow covers the land, turning cities and forests into winter wonderlands, perfect for skiing, skating, and cozy retreats. In spring, flowers bloom, wildlife returns, and everything feels fresh and alive again. What makes Ontario truly special is its balance. It offers wild nature where you can disconnect from the world, and modern cities where you can experience global culture and entertainment. It is a place where you can explore ancient rock formations, paddle through quiet lakes, hike through deep forests, and then enjoy a world-class meal in a bustling city, all in the same day. As we continue this journey, you will discover more breathtaking places across Ontario, from hidden parks and dramatic cliffs to charming towns and stunning pre-road landscapes. Each location has its own story, its own beauty, and its own reason to be called a wonder. So stay with us, because this is just the beginning of the most amazing places in Ontario, and the next destinations will leave you speechless. Imagine a place where the only sounds are whined through pine trees, the call of a distant loon, and the gentle splash of a paddle cutting through calm water. A place where forests stretch endlessly, lakes reflect the sky like glass, and wildlife roams freely. Welcome to Algonquin Provincial Park, one of the most beautiful and legendary wilderness areas in Ontario. Algonquin Provincial Park is a massive protected area filled with deep forests, rolling hills, and thousands of lakes. It is one of Canada's oldest and most famous parks, and for many people, it represents the true Canadian wilderness. This is the kind of place where you feel completely connected to nature, far away from the noise of cities and modern life. The park is especially famous for its lakes and canoe routes. Canoeing in Algonquin feels like traveling back in time. You glide across quiet water, surrounded by tall trees and untouched landscapes. The lakes are so clear that you can see reflections of clouds, trees, and mountains on the surface, creating a peaceful and almost surreal scene. Some routes lead to hidden lakes that feel completely private, where you might not see another person for hours. Algonquin is also a paradise for hikers. The park has many scenic trails that lead through forests, wetlands, and rocky ridges. Some trails take you to high viewpoints where you can see endless forests and lakes stretching to the horizon. In autumn, these viewpoints become even more spectacular as the forest turns into a mix of red, orange, and golden colors. Fall in Algonquin is considered one of the most beautiful natural displays in the world. Wildlife is another reason Algonquin is so special. The park is home to moose, black bears, wolves, deer, beavers, and countless bird species. Seeing a moose standing in a quiet lake at sunrise is one of the most iconic Canadian experiences. At night, you might hear wolves howling in the distance, adding a mysterious and powerful feeling to the wilderness. Camping in Algonquin is an unforgettable experience. There are both front country campgrounds with facilities and backcountry campsites that you can only reach by canoe or hiking. Spending a night in the backcountry under a sky full of stars with no city lights in sight is something that changes the way you see nature. The air feels cleaner, the silence feels deeper, and the connection to the natural world feels stronger. Algonquin is beautiful in every season. In summer, the park is perfect for canoeing, swimming, fishing, and hiking. In autumn, photographers and travelers come from all over the world to see the fall colors. In winter, the park transforms into a snowy wonderland, ideal for cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, and winter camping. In spring, wildlife becomes more active, and the forest slowly comes back to life. What makes Algonquin truly magical is its size and untouched feeling. Even though it is not far from major cities, large parts of the park feel completely wild and remote. It is a place where you can disconnect from technology, breathe fresh air, and experience nature in its purest form. Algonquin Provincial Park is not just a destination. It is an experience, a journey into the heart of Canada's wilderness. Whether you visit for a day or spend weeks exploring its lakes and forests, it leaves a lasting impression. And as we continue exploring Ontario, you'll see that this province holds many more breathtaking landscapes, each with its own unique beauty and story. The next destination will take us from deep wilderness to dramatic rock formations and crystal clear waters that look like a dream. Picture standing on the edge of a towering cliff, looking down at water so clear and turquoise that it looks like the Caribbean, while ancient rock formations stretch along the shoreline like natural sculptures. The air is fresh, the waves gently hit the rocks below, and every direction looks like a postcard. This is the Bruce Peninsula, one of the most stunning and photogenic places in Ontario. The Bruce Peninsula is a long stretch of land that extends into Lake Huron, separating it from Georgian Bay. This area is famous for its dramatic limestone cliffs, crystal clear waters, hidden caves, and peaceful forests. It feels wild, rugged, and untouched, yet incredibly beautiful. One of the most famous places here is Bruce Peninsula National Park. The park is known for its dramatic coastline, where white limestone cliffs rise sharply above bright blue water. The contrast between the white rocks, green trees, and turquoise water creates a breathtaking scene that feels almost unreal. Walking along the cliffside trails, you can look down into the water and see the rocky bottom clearly, even from high above. Georgian Bay is often called the sixth Great Lake because of its size and beauty. Its shoreline is filled with thousands of islands, hidden beaches, and quiet coves. Kayaking or boating through Georgian Bay feels like exploring a maze of islands, each with its own unique shape and character. The water is calm and clear, and the scenery feels endless. The Bruce Peninsula is also home to some of Ontario's most famous hiking trails. The Bruce Trail, Canada's oldest and longest marked footpath, runs along the peninsula and offers some of the most scenic hikes in the country. Along the trail, you'll pass through forests, meadows, rocky ridges, and cliffside viewpoints that offer stunning panoramic views of the lake. One of the most iconic spots on the peninsula is the Grotto. The Grotto is a natural sea cave carved into the limestone by waves over thousands of years. Inside the cave, the water glows a deep blue, especially on sunny days when light reflects off the stone and water. Swimming or kayaking near the grotto feels like entering a hidden world, surrounded by ancient rock formations and shimmering water. Wildlife is also abundant in this region. The forests are home to deer, foxes, birds, and many other animals. The peninsula is also a popular spot for birdwatching, especially during migration seasons, when thousands of birds pass through the area. Camping on the Bruce Peninsula is another unforgettable experience. There are campgrounds near the coast where you can fall asleep to the sound of waves and wake up to sunrise over the lake. At night, the sky is filled with stars, and the Milky Way is often visible, especially away from city lights. It's the perfect place to relax, disconnect, and enjoy nature. The Bruce Peninsula is beautiful in every season. In summer, people come to swim, kayak, hike, and explore the caves and beaches. In autumn, the forests turn into a mix of warm colors, and the cliffs look even more dramatic against the changing leaves. In winter, the area becomes a frozen wonderland, with icy cliffs, snow-covered trails, and dramatic winter landscapes that attract photographers and adventurers. What makes the Bruce Peninsula truly special is its unique landscape. Unlike most of Ontario's flat forests and lakes, this region feels rugged and dramatic, with cliffs, caves, and rocky shorelines that look like something from another country. It is a place where nature shows its raw beauty in every direction. As we continue our journey through Ontario, you'll see even more incredible landscapes, from charming towns and historic cities to vast lakes and mysterious islands. The next destination will take us to a massive freshwater paradise that looks more like an ocean than a lake, with endless beaches, sand dunes, and stunning sunsets. Imagine standing on a quiet beach where the horizon looks endless. Waves roll in like an ocean, and the sky stretches so wide, it feels like the edge of the world. The air is crisp, the water is deep blue, and towering cliffs rise in the distance like ancient guardians of the land. This is Lake Superior, the largest freshwater lake on Earth, and one of the most breathtaking places in Ontario. Lake Superior is so massive that it feels more like a sea than a lake. Its shoreline is filled with dramatic cliffs, rocky islands, hidden beaches, and deep forests. The water is cold, clear, and incredibly powerful, shaped by storms that can create waves as big as those in the ocean. This region is wild, remote, and stunningly beautiful. One of the most iconic areas along Lake Superior is Lake Superior Provincial Park. This park stretches along the rugged northern shoreline and offers some of the most scenic landscapes in Canada. Hiking trails lead through dense forests, along rocky cliffs, and to quiet beaches where you can sit and listen to the sound of waves hitting the shore. Some viewpoints offer panoramic scenes of the lake that feel endless and timeless. The coastline here is full of dramatic rock formations shaped by wind and water over thousands of years. Arches, caves, and layered cliffs tell the story of ancient geological forces. Walking along the shore, you can see colorful stones and minerals polished by the waves, each one unique and beautiful. The Sleeping Giant, near the city of Thunder Bay, is one of the most famous landmarks on Lake Superior. It is a massive rock formation that looks like a giant lying on his back, sleeping beside the lake. Hiking to the top of the Sleeping Giant is an unforgettable experience. From the cliffs, you can look down hundreds of meters to the water below, with views that stretch for miles. It is one of the most dramatic viewpoints in all of Ontario. Lake Superior is also a paradise for outdoor lovers. You can kayak along the coastline, exploring hidden coves and beaches that feel untouched. Fishing is popular in the lake's deep waters, which are home to many fish species. In summer, people come to camp, hike, and enjoy the peaceful wilderness. In winter, the region transforms into a snowy landscape perfect for snowshoeing, skiing, and ice fishing. The sunsets over Lake Superior are legendary. As the sun drops toward the horizon, the sky turns orange, pink, and purple, reflecting on the water and creating a magical atmosphere. Because the lake is so large, sunsets feel especially dramatic, with the sky and water blending into one endless scene. Wildlife is everywhere in this region. The forests are home to moose, wolves, bears, and many other animals. Eagles and other birds can often be seen flying over the lake, and the night skies are dark enough to see countless stars, and even the northern lights on clear nights. What makes Lake Superior truly special is its feeling of scale and isolation. Large parts of the shoreline are far from cities and crowds, making it easy to feel like you are alone in the wilderness. The silence, the fresh air, and the endless views create a sense of peace that is hard to find anywhere else. Lake Superior is not just a lake. It is a world of its own, full of power, beauty, and mystery. It represents the wild side of Ontario, where nature still dominates the landscape. And as we continue this journey through Ontario's wonders, the next destination will take us from this vast wilderness to a stunning freshwater bay filled with thousands of islands, charming towns, and some of the most picturesque scenery in the province. 9 HJAKA 84KKK8. Imagine flying over a maze of emerald islands where sparkling water weaves between tiny forests, luxury cottages sit on rocky shores, and boats glide through narrow channels like they are exploring a hidden world. From above, it looks like a dream. From the water, it feels like a storybook. This is the Thousand Islands region, one of the most beautiful and unique places in Ontario. The Thousand Islands are located along the St. Lawrence River, near the border between Canada and the United States. Despite the name, there are actually more than 1,800 islands, each with its own shape, size, and personality. Some islands are large enough to have towns and forests, while others are so small they hold just a single house or even a single tree. Cruising through the Thousand Islands is one of the most popular ways to experience the region. As you move through the calm water, you pass luxury mansions, charming cottages, historic castles, and untouched natural islands. The scenery changes constantly, and every turn reveals a new postcard-perfect view. The water is clear, the air is fresh, and the atmosphere feels peaceful and elegant. One of the most famous landmarks in the Thousand Islands is Bolt Castle. This massive castle sits on Hart Island and looks like something from a European fairy tale. It was built in the early 1900s as a symbol of love, and today it stands as one of the most iconic sites in the region. Visitors can explore its grand halls, towers, and gardens while learning about its romantic and mysterious history. The town of Gananoque is often called the gateway to the Thousand Islands. It is a charming riverside town with marinas, restaurants, shops, and beautiful waterfront views. From here, you can join boat tours, rent kayaks, or simply walk along the shore and enjoy the scenery. The town has a relaxed, welcoming vibe that makes it a perfect base for exploring the islands. For nature lovers, the Thousand Islands region offers endless outdoor activities. Kayaking through narrow channels between islands is a peaceful and immersive experience. You can paddle past rocky shores, quiet forests, and secluded beaches, often seeing wildlife like birds, turtles, and fish along the way. Fishing is also popular in the St. Lawrence River, which is known for its rich aquatic life. Camping is another highlight of the Thousand Islands. Some islands are part of Thousand Islands National Park and offer campsites that are only accessible by boat. Staying on one of these islands feels like having your own private paradise. At night, the sky is filled with stars, and the gentle sound of water surrounds you. It is a perfect escape from busy city life. The Thousand Islands are beautiful in every season. In summer, the region is alive with boats, festivals, and outdoor adventures. In autumn, the islands and shorelines turn into a colorful landscape of red, orange, and yellow, making boat tours especially scenic. In winter, the river partially freezes, and the area becomes quiet and peaceful, with snowy islands creating a magical winter scene. In spring, flowers bloom, birds return, and the entire region feels fresh and alive. What makes the Thousand Islands truly special is their unique geography. Few places in the world offer such a dense collection of islands in a freshwater setting. The combination of natural beauty, history, and luxury creates a destination that feels both wild and elegant at the same time. As we continue exploring Ontario, the next destination will take us back to the energy of the city, where towering skyscrapers meet the waterfront, and culture, food, and history blend into one vibrant experience. Imagine a city where towering skyscrapers reflect the sunlight, a massive lake stretches beside the skyline, and cultures from every corner of the world come together in one vibrant place. A city that never feels the same twice, where every street tells a different story. This is Toronto, the largest city in Canada, and one of the most exciting destinations in Ontario. Toronto is a global city, full of energy, diversity, and creativity. It sits on the shore of Lake Ontario and blends modern architecture with historic neighborhoods, green parks, and a lively waterfront. From above, the city looks like a forest of glass and steel. From the streets, it feels alive with people, music, food, and culture. One of the most iconic landmarks in Toronto is the CN Tower. Rising high above the city, it is one of the tallest freestanding structures in the world. From the observation deck, you can see the entire city, Lake Ontario, and even distant landscapes on a clear day. The glass floor is one of the most thrilling attractions, letting you look straight down from hundreds of meters above the ground. For the brave, there is the Edge Walk, where you can walk outside the tower on a platform, secured with a harness, feeling the wind and the height all around you. Toronto's waterfront is another highlight. The harborfront area is filled with parks, walking paths, marinas, and cultural centers. You can relax by the lake, watch boats pass by, or enjoy festivals and outdoor events throughout the year. The Toronto Islands, located just offshore, offer beaches, bike paths, and beautiful views of the skyline, making them a perfect escape from the busy city. The city is famous for its neighborhoods, each with its own personality. Chinatown is full of colorful markets and authentic food. Little Italy offers cozy cafes and lively streets. Kensington Market is known for its artistic vibe, vintage shops, and street performers. The Distillery District is a historic area with old brick buildings transformed into galleries, restaurants, and boutique. Walking through these neighborhoods feels like traveling through different countries in one city. Toronto is also a paradise for food lovers. With people from over 200 cultures living in the city, you can find dishes from almost every cuisine in the world. From street food to fine dining, the food scene is one of the most diverse and exciting anywhere. You can try traditional Canadian dishes, Asian specialties, Middle Eastern flavors, European classics, and everything in between. The city is rich in culture and entertainment. Toronto has world-class museums, theaters, music venues, and sports arenas. The Royal Ontario Museum and the Art Gallery of Ontario are among the most famous cultural institutions in Canada. The city hosts international film festivals, concerts, and sporting events that attract visitors from around the world. Despite being a large city, Toronto has many green spaces. High Park is one of the biggest and most beautiful parks, with walking trails, gardens, and even a small zoo. In spring, the cherry blossoms attract thousands of visitors, creating a stunning pink landscape. There are also countless smaller parks and waterfront paths where people jog, cycle, and relax. Toronto changes with the seasons. In summer, the city is full of outdoor festivals, patios, and lake activities. In autumn, the parks and streets turn colorful with falling leaves. In winter, snow covers the city, and people enjoy ice skating, winter markets, and cozy cafes. In spring, the city blooms with flowers and renewed energy. What makes Toronto truly special is its diversity and spirit. It is a city where people from all backgrounds live together, creating a unique mix of cultures, languages, and traditions. It feels global, modern, and welcoming at the same time. As we continue our journey through Ontario, The next destination will take us from the bustling city to a charming capital filled with history, grand architecture, and a canal that turns into the world's largest skating rink in winter. Imagine a city where historic parliament buildings rise above a peaceful river, grand museums line elegant streets, and a canal transforms into the world's longest skating rink each winter. A city that feels calm, beautiful, and full of history. This is Ottawa, the capital of Canada, and one of the most charming and underrated destinations in Ontario. Ottawa is located along the Ottawa River, right on the border between Ontario and Quebec. It is a city that blends politics, history, culture, and nature in a graceful way. Unlike busy megacities, Ottawa feels spacious, organized, and relaxed, making it perfect for travelers who enjoy beauty without chaos. The most iconic landmark in Ottawa is Parliament Hill. The Gothic-style Parliament buildings sit high above the river, creating a dramatic and elegant skyline. The Peace Tower stands tall at the center, symbolizing unity and peace. Visitors can explore the grounds, watch the changing of the guard ceremony in summer, and enjoy panoramic views of the city from the hill. At night, the buildings are beautifully lit, creating a majestic scene reflected in the river. One of Ottawa's most famous attractions is the Rideau Canal. This historic canal stretches through the city and connects Ottawa to Lake Ontario. In summer, it is filled with boats, kayaks, and waterfront paths where people walk and cycle. In winter, the canal freezes and becomes the largest naturally frozen skating rink in the world. Locals and tourists skate for kilometers, stopping for hot chocolate and snacks along the way. It is one of the most unique winter experiences on Earth. Ottawa is also known for its world-class museums. The Canadian Museum of History is one of the most impressive, with massive totem poles, historical artifacts, and interactive exhibits that tell the story of Canada and its Indigenous peoples. The National Gallery of Canada features stunning art collections and the famous giant spider sculpture outside, which has become a symbol of the city. There are also museums dedicated to science, aviation, nature, and war history, making Ottawa a paradise for curious travelers. The city is surrounded by nature. Gatineau Park, just across the river in Quebec, offers forests, lakes, and hiking trails with incredible viewpoints. In autumn, the park becomes a colorful wonderland of red, orange, and yellow leaves. In winter, it is perfect for skiing and snowshoeing. In summer, people swim, hike, and relax by the lakes. It feels like wilderness right next to the city. Ottawa's neighborhoods are full of charm. Byward Market is one of the oldest and most vibrant areas, with outdoor markets, restaurants, bars, and boutiques. You can try local foods, buy fresh produce, and enjoy street performances. The area is lively during the day and full of energy at night. Nearby, the historic streets and heritage buildings give the city a classic European feel. The city is also known for its festivals. Every year, Ottawa hosts events like Winterlude, where ice sculptures, skating, and winter activities take over the city. In spring, the Canadian Tulip Festival fills parks with millions of tulips, turning the city into a colorful garden. In summer, there are music festivals, fireworks, and national celebrations that attract visitors from all over the world. Ottawa changes beautifully with the seasons. In spring, tulips bloom and the city feels fresh and elegant. In summer, patios open, festivals fill the streets, and the canal becomes lively with boats. In autumn, trees turn golden and the air becomes crisp. In winter, snow covers the city and the frozen canal becomes a magical highway of ice. What makes Ottawa truly special is its balance of history and calm beauty. It is a capital city that does not feel overwhelming. Instead, it feels welcoming, cultured, and peaceful, with nature always close by. It is a place where you can explore grand government buildings, walk through museums, relax by the river, and escape into forests, all in one day. As we continue our journey through Ontario, the next destination will take us to a stunning region of rolling hills, lakes, and charming villages known for art, nature, and peaceful countryside living. Imagine a place where peaceful lakes stretch between rolling hills, wooden cottages sit quietly among tall pine trees, and the water reflects the sky like a perfect mirror. A place where time slows down, mornings feel calm, and sunsets feel endless. This is Muskoka, one of the most beautiful and relaxing regions in Ontario. Muskoka is often called the cottage country of Canada. It is a region filled with lakes, forests, small towns, and luxurious retreats. People from Toronto and around the world come here to escape city life and enjoy nature in comfort and style. The scenery is classic Canadian wilderness, but with a peaceful and elegant atmosphere. The lakes are the heart of Muskoka. There are hundreds of lakes, each surrounded by forests and rocky shorelines. Lake Muskoka, Lake Rousseau, and Lake Joseph are among the most famous. The water is calm and clear, perfect for boating, kayaking, swimming, and fishing. Wooden docks stretch into the water, boats move slowly across the surface, and cottages sit quietly along the shore, creating a peaceful and picturesque scene. Cottages are a big part of Muskoka's identity. Many families have owned cottages here for generations, using them as summer homes and weekend retreats. Some cottages are simple and rustic, while others are luxurious estates with private beaches and boathouses. No matter the style, they all share the same connection to nature and relaxation. The towns in Muskoka are small, but full of charm. Bracebridge, Huntsville, and Gravenhurst are known for their friendly atmosphere, local shops, cafes, and scenic waterfronts. You can walk through historic streets, enjoy homemade food, and explore local art galleries and markets. These towns feel warm, welcoming, and full of character. Muskoka is also known for its natural beauty beyond the lakes. The region has forests, rivers, and waterfalls that are perfect for hiking and exploring. Provincial parks and conservation areas offer trails through dense woods and along rocky landscapes. In autumn, Muskoka becomes one of the most beautiful places in Ontario, as the forests turn into bright red, orange, and yellow. Fall drives through Muskoka are famous for their stunning scenery. Wildlife is everywhere in Muskoka. You might see deer walking near the road, loons swimming on the lakes, or even moose in quieter areas. Birds sing in the morning, and the nights are filled with the sound of nature. It is a perfect place for people who love photography, birdwatching, and peaceful outdoor experiences. Muskoka is beautiful in every season. In summer, people swim, boat, and enjoy long, sunny days on the lake. In autumn, the colors attract photographers and travelers from around the world. In winter, the lakes freeze, and the region becomes a winter playground for ice fishing, snowmobiling, skiing, and cozy cabin stays. In spring, the ice melts, flowers bloom, and nature comes back to life. Luxury resorts and spas are also a big part of Muskoka. Many high-end resorts offer lake views, golf courses, fine dining, and wellness retreats. Celebrities and travelers come here to relax in privacy and enjoy the natural beauty and comfort. Despite the luxury, Muskoka still feels calm and connected to nature. What makes Muskoka truly special is its atmosphere. It is not just about scenery, but about feeling. The quiet mornings, the soft sound of water, the smell of pine trees, and the golden sunsets create a sense of peace that is hard to find anywhere else. It is a place where people slow down, breathe deeply, and reconnect with nature. As we continue our journey through Ontario, the next destination will take us to a region filled with dramatic cliffs, historic shipwrecks, and a mysterious island that feels like stepping into another world. Imagine an island so large it feels like its own world, surrounded by clear blue water, dotted with quiet villages, ancient rock formations, and peaceful beaches where time seems to stand still. A place where indigenous culture is strong, sunsets are legendary, and nature feels untouched. This is Manitoulin Island, one of the most mysterious and beautiful places in Ontario. Manitoulin Island is the largest freshwater island in the world. It sits in Lake Huron and is surrounded by smaller islands, bays, and deep blue water. The island feels peaceful, spacious, and deeply connected to nature. Driving across Manitoulin, you pass forests, farms, cliffs, and quiet lakes that reflect the sky like glass. One of the most striking features of Manitoulin Island is its dramatic limestone cliffs and rock formations. These cliffs rise above the shoreline, creating stunning viewpoints over Lake Huron. Some areas feel rugged and wild, while others are soft and peaceful with sandy beaches and gentle waves. The contrast makes the island feel like multiple landscapes in one place. Manitoulin is also rich in indigenous culture and history. Several First Nations communities live on the island, and their traditions, art, and stories are an important part of the region's identity. Visitors can explore cultural centers, attend powwows, and learn about the history and spiritual significance of the land. This adds a deep and meaningful layer to the island's natural beauty. The beaches on Manitoulin are some of the best in Ontario. Providence Bay is famous for its long, sandy shoreline and boardwalk, perfect for walking, swimming, and watching sunsets. The water is clear and refreshing, and the beach feels wide and open, with plenty of space to relax. Sunsets here are especially beautiful, with the sky turning shades of orange, pink, and purple over the lake. The island is also full of small lakes, rivers, and hiking trails. Bridal Veil Falls is one of the most popular natural attractions, where water flows over a rock ledge into a calm pool below. You can walk behind the waterfall and feel the cool mist on your face. Trails around the island lead through forests, along cliffs, and to hidden viewpoints that offer breathtaking scenery. Manitoulin is perfect for slow travel. There are small towns like Little Current and Gore Bay, where you can enjoy local cafes, marinas, and quiet waterfront walks. Life here moves at a gentle pace, making it ideal for people who want to relax and escape busy city life. Beyond Manitoulin, the surrounding waters of Lake Huron and Georgian Bay are famous for their shipwrecks. Over the years, storms and rough waters have caused many ships to sink, and today, these wrecks rest on the lake bed. The water is so clear that some wrecks can be seen from the surface, and divers come from around the world to explore these underwater historical sites. These shipwrecks add a sense of mystery and adventure to the region. Wildlife is abundant on the island. You may see deer, foxes, birds, and countless other animals. The nights are quiet and dark, perfect for stargazing. On clear nights, the sky fills with stars, and sometimes the northern lights dance across the horizon, creating an unforgettable experience. Manitoulin Island is beautiful in every season. In summer, the island is green, vibrant, and full of life. In autumn, the forests turn colorful, and the scenery becomes dramatic and warm. In winter, snow covers the land, creating a peaceful, white landscape. In spring, flowers bloom and nature awakens again. What makes Manitoulin truly special is its feeling of space and calm. It is not crowded, not rushed, and not loud. It is a place where you can drive for miles, stop by the water, and feel completely connected to nature and history at the same time. As we approach the final chapter of our journey through Ontario, the next destination will take us to a stunning region of dramatic waterfalls, deep canyons, and powerful rivers that showcase the raw strength and beauty of nature. Imagine standing at the edge of a canyon, the roar of rushing water echoing through the cliffs, mist rising into the sky, and the raw power of nature surrounding you in every direction. Imagine trails winding through forests where sunlight filters through the leaves, revealing hidden waterfalls and dramatic rock formations at every turn. This is the final wonder of our journey through Ontario, the magnificent and untamed landscapes of the Kawartha Highlands and the surrounding waterfall regions. The Kawartha Highlands Provincial Park is one of Ontario's largest protected areas, filled with pristine lakes, deep forests, and rugged terrain. It is a paradise for hikers, paddlers, and anyone seeking the solitude and beauty of untouched wilderness. The park stretches across rolling hills, where small rivers carve their way through rocky landscapes, creating waterfalls, rapids, and quiet pools. Every step you take feels like entering a new world, where nature has remained largely unchanged for centuries. Hiking in the Kawartha Highlands is an experience unlike any other. Trails lead through dense forests, across moss-covered rocks, and alongside streams that glisten in the sunlight. In the fall, the entire landscape bursts into vibrant colors, making every hike a feast for the eyes. Even in summer, the lush greenery, chirping birds, and the scent of pine and wildflowers create a sense of peace and wonder that stays with you long after you leave. The region is famous for its waterfalls, from small cascading falls hidden in the forest to larger, dramatic drops that thunder into rocky pools below. These waterfalls showcase the incredible power and artistry of nature. Each waterfall is unique, carved over thousands of years by water flowing over limestone, granite, and shale. Visiting these waterfalls feels like discovering secret treasures hidden deep in the forest, each one more impressive than the last. Paddling through the lakes and rivers of the Kawartha Highlands offers yet another perspective. Canoeing and kayaking here is peaceful and immersive. The water reflects the sky and trees perfectly, while gentle ripples follow your boat. Along the way, you may spot wildlife such as deer drinking at the shore, loons gliding across the lakes, and colorful birds flitting through the trees. On quiet mornings, The water is so still, it feels like floating in a painting. Camping in this region is equally magical. Whether you choose a backcountry campsite, accessible only by canoe, or a more developed campground, the experience of sleeping under the stars, listening to the sounds of the forest, and waking to the sunrise over the lake is unforgettable. Nights are dark and quiet, perfect for stargazing, and on some clear evenings, you might even catch a glimpse of the northern lights dancing faintly over the horizon. The Kawartha Highlands is not only about wilderness. Nearby towns such as Peterborough provide a gateway to the region, with charming streets, local restaurants, and cultural attractions. Here, you can enjoy art galleries, artisan shops, and cafes that showcase the friendly and creative spirit of Ontario's smaller communities. From these towns, you can explore the surrounding lakes, rivers, and trails at your own pace. Wildlife is abundant across this region. Moose, deer, foxes, beavers, and countless birds inhabit the forests and lakes. Observing them in their natural environment is a humbling reminder of the beauty and resilience of nature. The rivers are home to fish species that attract anglers from across the province, while the forests provide endless opportunities for photography, hiking, and quiet reflection. The beauty of this region changes with the seasons. Summer brings warm weather, clear skies, and lively wildlife. Autumn turns the forests into a vibrant mosaic of red, orange, and yellow. Winter blankets the land in snow, creating a peaceful white landscape perfect for snowshoeing and cross-country skiing. In spring, the ice melts, flowers bloom, and the rivers roar to life with rushing water, completing the cycle of nature's ever-changing beauty. What makes the Kawartha Highlands and the surrounding waterfalls truly special is their raw, untouched quality. Here, the scale and power of nature are apparent in every vista. It is a place where you can disconnect from the modern world, breathe deeply, and feel the energy of the land around you. Each waterfall, lake, and forest trail tells a story of time, water, and the relentless forces of nature shaping the landscape over millennia. As we conclude this journey through Ontario, from the thunderous Niagara Falls to the quiet serenity of Manitoulin Island, from the vibrant city life of Toronto to the peaceful waters of Muskoka, and finally to the raw wilderness of the Kawartha Highlands, one truth becomes clear. Ontario is a province of incredible diversity, beauty, and wonder. It is a place where nature and human life coexist in harmony, offering experiences that inspire awe, reflection, and adventure. Every waterfall, lake, forest, island, and city in Ontario holds a story waiting to be discovered. And the best part is that these stories are not confined to postcards or screens. They are meant to be experienced, felt, and remembered. Ontario is a land of endless discovery, a place where every journey leads to something extraordinary, and every moment in nature or city life leaves a lasting impression. This is Ontario, a province of wonders, of endless landscapes, and unforgettable experiences. A place where nature roars, lakes shimmer, forests whisper, and cities pulse with life. It is the ultimate destination for travelers seeking adventure, beauty, and memories that will last a lifetime. Imagine tracing the edges of steep cliffs where rivers carve deep canyons, the sound of waterfalls echoes through the trees, and mist rises from hidden pools, creating rainbows in the sunlight. Ontario's final natural treasures are not just scenic, they are living, breathing examples of nature's power, artistry, and resilience. These are the Kawartha Highlands, the waterfalls of Haliburton, and the deep canyons scattered across the province, places where every step immerses you in wild beauty. The Kawartha Highlands Provincial Park is Ontario's largest inland protected park, spanning over 375 square kilometers. Its lakes, rivers, and forests form a labyrinth of pristine wilderness. Canoe routes here are legendary, connecting lakes via narrow channels, rocky portages, and quiet rivers where loons call and fish jump from the water. Paddling through these waterways, you feel completely enclosed by nature. The water is mirror-like in the mornings, reflecting the surrounding forests, and as sunlight breaks through the trees, everything seems golden and surreal. Hiking trails in the Kawartha Highlands are equally mesmerizing. Trails weave through ancient forests, moss-covered rocks, and along cliff edges that open onto panoramic views of lakes, rivers, and distant hills. Each turn can reveal a hidden waterfall or a quiet pond, so serene it feels like discovering a secret only nature could create. The diversity of landscapes from rugged granite ridges to soft pine forests makes each hike unique, providing endless opportunities for exploration and reflection. Waterfalls in the region are a highlight, ranging from small, intimate cascades to powerful torrents. High falls drop dramatically over limestone cliffs, sending spray into the air that sparkles in the sunlight. Smaller waterfalls hide deep within the woods, often accessible only by foot or canoe, rewarding those who venture off the beaten path. Standing beside these waterfalls, you can feel the raw energy of nature, the continuous motion of water, the constant erosion shaping stone over millennia, and the sheer tranquility that comes from witnessing something so ancient and untouchable. Camping in this region enhances the wilderness experience. Backcountry campsites are reachable only by hiking or canoe, providing true immersion in nature. Falling asleep to the sounds of a nearby stream, waking to the cries of loons, and watching the mist rise off a lake at sunrise create memories that last a lifetime. For those who prefer amenities, front country campgrounds offer convenience without losing the sense of connection to nature, providing easy access to hiking, boating, and fishing. The wildlife in the Kawartha Highlands is abundant. Moose roam the forests and wetlands, while black bears quietly move through the undergrowth. Beavers, foxes, and countless bird species make the region their home. Early mornings and late evenings are the best times to observe these animals, often in moments of quiet magic, when the mist is rising and the forest seems suspended in time. For photographers and wildlife enthusiasts, this region is a natural paradise, offering endless opportunities to capture nature in its raw form. The waterfalls and rivers of Haliburton County complement the Kawartha Highlands perfectly. Haliburton's network of streams and falls carves picturesque gorges and pools, creating dramatic landscapes. Gleaming water slides over rocks, forming natural sculptures shaped over thousands of years. These waterfalls vary from secluded gems accessible by short hikes to larger, more prominent cascades that draw visitors from across the province. The interplay of water, stone, and forest creates an almost mystical atmosphere that invites reflection and awe. Seasonality changes everything in this region. Summer brings lush greenery, warm water, and long days perfect for paddling, hiking, and photography. Autumn transforms the forests into vibrant mosaics of red, orange, and yellow, reflecting beautifully on the lakes and rivers. Winter cloaks the land in snow and ice, creating frozen waterfalls, icy lakes, and a serene landscape perfect for snowshoeing and winter camping. Spring brings rejuvenation. Melting snow feeds rushing rivers, flowers bloom, and wildlife becomes more active, reminding us of nature's eternal cycles. What makes Ontario's waterfalls and highlands truly exceptional is their combination of power and serenity. Unlike dramatic waterfalls found in crowded tourist destinations, these areas maintain a sense of solitude. Here, nature dominates. Human presence is minimal, and every sound, the rush of water, the rustle of leaves, the call of a bird, is amplified by the quiet. It is a place to disconnect, recharge, and witness the raw artistry of nature. Exploring these landscapes is also a lesson in time. Rocks eroded over millions of years, waterfalls shaped by constant flow, forests grown and decayed in endless cycles. Everything tells a story of patience, resilience, and beauty. Experiencing them firsthand allows visitors to connect deeply with the environment, gaining an appreciation for both its fragility and its strength. As we conclude this exploration of Ontario's waterfalls, highlands, and canyons, one truth is clear. This province is more than lakes, cities, and forests. It is a living tapestry of landscapes, each more breathtaking than the last. From the roaring waterfalls of Niagara to the quiet lakes of Muskoka, from the cultural richness of Ottawa to the remote wilderness of the Kawartha Highlands, Ontario offers an endless journey of discovery, beauty, and wonder that touches the soul. Imagine standing on the edge of a cliff where a waterfall plunges into a crystal clear pool below, the mist rising around you in sparkling droplets. The sound of rushing water fills the air, birds sing from the forest canopy, and every breath carries the fresh scent of pine, moss, and flowing streams. This is the heart of Ontario's Kawartha Highlands, a place where nature's beauty, power, and serenity come together to create a truly unforgettable experience. The Kawartha Highlands Provincial Park is Ontario's largest inland park, covering hundreds of square kilometers of lakes, rivers, forests, and rugged terrain. It is a wilderness paradise where paddlers, hikers, campers, and explorers can experience nature in its purest form. The park is designed to protect this natural beauty while providing access to the adventurous, allowing people to immerse themselves in landscapes that have remained largely untouched for centuries. One of the most remarkable features of the Kawartha Highlands is its extensive network of canoe routes. Lakes are connected by rivers and narrow portages, creating a maze of waterways ideal for paddling. Canoeing here is unlike any other experience. The water is calm and reflective, creating mirror-like surfaces that perfectly duplicate the surrounding forest. Loons call across the lakes, fish leap from the water, and eagles glide overhead, offering a sense of connection to a living, breathing ecosystem. Each lake feels private, as if you are discovering a hidden world where time moves differently. Hiking trails in the Kawartha Highlands offer equally breathtaking experiences. Trails wind through dense forests of pine, maple, and birch, across moss-covered rocks, and along cliffs that overlook lakes and rivers. Each trail reveals something new: a hidden waterfall, a quiet pond, a natural rock formation carved by centuries of erosion. In autumn, the foliage explodes into vibrant reds, oranges, and yellows, making every hike a vivid visual feast. In spring, the forest awakens with wildflowers and the sounds of wildlife returning after winter, creating a sense of renewal and wonder. Waterfalls are among the most mesmerizing attractions in this region. From cascading streams that tumble over rocky ledges to larger, thunderous falls that crash into deep pools, these natural features display the raw power of nature. The waterfalls vary in size and accessibility, from small hidden gems tucked deep in the woods to dramatic, easily reached cascades that inspire awe. Walking along the paths beside them, you feel the force of water that has carved these rocks over thousands of years, a reminder of nature's enduring strength and artistry. Camping in the Kawartha Highlands enhances the connection to the wilderness. Backcountry campsites, accessible only by canoe or hike, allow visitors to experience true solitude, falling asleep to the sound of water, waking to the mist rising from a lake at sunrise, and watching the sky fill with stars at night create unforgettable moments of peace and reflection. For those who prefer a mix of comfort and nature, front country campgrounds offer amenities while still keeping visitors close to the park's lakes, trails, and waterfalls. Wildlife is abundant across this region. Moose can be spotted grazing near wetlands. Black bears roam quietly through the forest, and deer move gracefully across trails. Birds of all types, from hawks to songbirds, inhabit the trees and skies. Early mornings and evenings are ideal for observing wildlife, when the forest feels magical and the mist rises from lakes and streams, creating scenes that feel almost cinematic. Photographers, nature enthusiasts, and adventure seekers all find endless inspiration here. The rivers and waterfalls in Haliburton County complement the Kawartha Highlands perfectly. Deep gorges, carved over millennia by flowing water, reveal layered rock formations and serene pools. Water cascades down mossy cliffs, tumbles into streams, and creates miniature waterfalls along forest paths. These areas are both dramatic and peaceful, offering exploration and moments of quiet reflection. Each river and waterfall tells the story of time, erosion, and the enduring power of nature. Seasonal changes bring new magic to the Kawartha Highlands. In summer, the lakes and rivers are perfect for swimming, boating, and hiking, with the forest lush and vibrant. Autumn transforms the landscape into a painter's palette of red, orange, and gold, reflecting in the lakes for breathtaking scenery. Winter brings snow-covered trails, frozen waterfalls, and opportunities for snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, and ice fishing. Spring rejuvenates the land. Ice melts, streams roar, flowers bloom, and the forest comes alive again, completing nature's cycle of renewal. What makes this region truly remarkable is its balance of raw power and tranquility. Here, waterfalls crash and rivers flow with energy, yet the forest and lakes provide peace and reflection. Visitors are not just observers, they are participants in a living landscape that continues to evolve over centuries. Each visit reminds us of the delicate balance between nature's force and its beauty, inspiring respect, awe, and a deep sense of connection to the land. Exploring the Kawartha Highlands is also a journey through time. Every rock, waterfall, and forested ridge tells a story of millennia. Water shaping stone, ice carving valleys, forests growing and decaying in endless cycles. Experiencing this firsthand fosters appreciation for the resilience, complexity, and artistry of the natural world, and it leaves visitors with memories that linger long after they leave. Imagine standing beside a roaring waterfall, feeling the cool mist on your face, hearing the thunder of water crashing into rocky pools below, and seeing sunlight refract through the spray to form rainbows. This is Ontario, at its most dramatic and powerful, a place where nature demonstrates both strength and beauty in every corner. The Kawartha Highlands, Haliburton waterfalls, and surrounding wilderness regions showcase the province's raw, untamed landscapes, offering experiences that remain etched in memory long after you leave. The Kawartha Highlands Provincial Park spans hundreds of square kilometers of lakes, rivers, forests, and rugged terrain. It is Ontario's largest inland park, preserving wilderness and offering visitors a chance to immerse themselves in landscapes largely untouched by modern life. Canoe routes, hiking trails, and backcountry campsites allow travelers to explore the park intimately, discovering hidden waterfalls, quiet lakes, and panoramic viewpoints. Each lake and river has its own character, some reflecting the sky perfectly like glass, others turbulent and alive with motion. Canoeing in the Kawartha Highlands is an experience of complete immersion. Paddling through the interconnected lakes and narrow portages, you move silently through the water, surrounded by towering trees and cliffs. Wildlife is abundant along the shore. Loons call across the water, deer graze at the edge of the forest, and occasional moose can be seen wading into the shallows. Each stroke of the paddle brings a new perspective, whether gliding past rocky cliffs, entering a secluded bay, or floating beneath a waterfall's mist. The sense of solitude here is profound, making the experience both relaxing and awe-inspiring. Hiking trails provide another layer of exploration. Trails wind through dense pine and maple forests, across mossy rocks, and along ridges that open onto expansive views of lakes, rivers, and rolling hills. Hidden waterfalls along the trails create moments of magic, water cascading over limestone ledges, forming pools perfect for reflection or photography. Some waterfalls are small, secret gems tucked deep in the woods, while others are more dramatic, with plunging drops and roaring currents. Every waterfall has a personality, shaped over thousands of years by the relentless flow of water and the erosion of stone. Camping here deepens the connection to nature. Backcountry campsites, accessible only by hike or canoe, provide solitude and immersion in the wilderness. Falling asleep to the sounds of water and wildlife, waking to mist rising from a lake at sunrise, and watching stars fill the sky at night create an experience unlike any other. Even front country campgrounds maintain a sense of natural beauty, offering access to trails, lakes, and waterfalls while providing some comforts. Campfires, quiet evenings, and the scent of pine enhance the feeling of being part of a timeless landscape. The waterfalls and rivers of Haliburton County complement the Kawartha Highlands' rugged beauty. Dramatic cascades tumble into rocky pools, carving gorges and shaping cliffs over centuries. Hiking paths lead visitors to these waterfalls, each offering a distinct perspective on the power of water. Some falls roar with unstoppable energy, while others trickle gracefully, reflecting the sun's light in a dazzling display. Photographers, nature lovers, and hikers alike are drawn to this diversity, where every waterfall tells its own story of erosion, patience, and the artistry of nature. Wildlife thrives throughout the region. Moose and deer roam the forests. Black bears move quietly through the underbrush, and birds of all kinds fill the canopy with song. Early mornings and late evenings are magical times, when mist rises from lakes and streams, and the forest feels suspended in time. Observing these creatures in their natural habitat adds depth to the experience, reminding visitors of the interconnectedness of the ecosystem. Seasonal shifts transform the Kawartha Highlands and Haliburton waterfalls dramatically. Summer brings warmth, full greenery, and opportunities for swimming, hiking, and paddling. Autumn paints the forests in fiery red, orange, and gold, reflecting brilliantly on lakes and rivers. Winter covers the land with snow, creating frozen waterfalls, icy trails, and a serene, almost otherworldly landscape for snowshoeing and cross-country skiing. Spring brings renewal. Snow melts, rivers swell, wildflowers bloom, and wildlife returns to the forests and wetlands. Each season offers unique experiences, making the region a year-round destination for outdoor enthusiasts. What makes this region extraordinary is its balance of power and serenity. Waterfalls crash and rivers flow with energy. Yet the forests, lakes, and trails provide spaces for peace, reflection, and connection. Visitors are not merely observers, they are participants in a dynamic landscape shaped over millennia. Standing beside a waterfall, listening to the rush of water, and feeling the mist on your skin is a visceral reminder of the forces that shape the natural world. Exploring the Kawartha Highlands and surrounding waterfalls also teaches patience and respect for time. Every cliff, river, and waterfall reflects millions of years of natural processes. The flowing water, eroded rock, and growing forest are evidence of nature's resilience, reminding visitors of the enduring beauty of the environment. It is a landscape that invites exploration, contemplation, and awe. As this journey through Ontario's waterfalls, highlands, and wilderness concludes, one truth is clear. Ontario is a province of contrasts. From the thundering Niagara Falls to the quiet lakes of Muskoka, the vibrant streets of Toronto to the serene Kawartha Highlands, every corner of this province tells a story. Ontario is a place where nature reigns, history thrives, and every landscape offers a new adventure. Each waterfall, river, forest, and cliff is a testament to the beauty, power, and diversity of the natural world, a place to experience, remember, and cherish. Imagine standing at the edge of a quiet lake at sunrise, the mist rising from the water like a soft veil, birds calling in the distance, and the reflection of the forest mirrored perfectly on the surface. This is the Kawartha Highlands and the surrounding waterfall regions, Ontario's hidden gem for nature lovers seeking both adventure and serenity. Here, every lake, river, and waterfall tells a story shaped by time, water, and stone, creating a landscape that is as inspiring as it is beautiful. The Kawartha Highlands Provincial Park is a vast wilderness area that stretches across rolling hills, interconnected lakes, and dense forests. It is Ontario's largest inland park, preserving a pristine environment that offers opportunities for hiking, canoeing, camping, and wildlife observation. Trails wind through forests of maple, pine, and birch, over moss-covered rocks, and along rivers that carve dramatic gorges. Every turn of the trail reveals new scenery, a hidden waterfall, a calm pond, or a panoramic view of a lake shimmering in the sunlight. Canoeing is one of the best ways to experience the Kawartha Highlands. The park's lakes and rivers are connected by a network of portages and waterways, creating endless routes for paddlers. Gliding across calm water, you are surrounded by towering trees and rocky shorelines. Wildlife appears unexpectedly, a loon gliding silently, a deer drinking at the water's edge, or a beaver swimming past. The sense of solitude is profound. For hours, you may encounter only the sounds of water, wind, and wildlife. It is a deeply meditative experience, where the mind slows down and the beauty of the natural world becomes overwhelming. Hiking trails provide equally unforgettable experiences. The terrain is varied, ranging from gentle forest paths to rocky ridges with breathtaking views. Waterfalls, both hidden and prominent, are scattered throughout the park. Some trickle quietly over moss-covered rocks, forming intimate natural pools. Others thunder over cliffs, sending mist into the air and creating the unmistakable sound of rushing water. Standing near these waterfalls, you can feel the energy of nature, the constant motion of water shaping stone, the timeless force of erosion, and the quiet beauty of a world largely untouched by humans. Camping in the Kawartha Highlands and Haliburton region allows visitors to fully immerse themselves in this wilderness. Backcountry sites, accessible only by canoe or hiking trail, offer unparalleled solitude. Falling asleep to the sounds of a nearby stream, waking to mist rising off a lake at sunrise, and observing the stars in a sky free from light pollution are experiences that stay with you for a lifetime. Front country campgrounds provide more convenience, while still keeping visitors close to lakes, waterfalls, and trails. Every campsite, regardless of location, connects you to the surrounding natural beauty. The wildlife in the region is diverse and abundant. Moose roam the wetlands, deer graze along trails, and black bears move quietly through the forest. Birds of every type fill the canopy with song, from hawks gliding overhead to loons calling across the lakes. The early morning and late evening hours are magical for observing wildlife, as the forest and lakes feel suspended in time and space. Photographers, hikers, and nature enthusiasts can find endless inspiration in the movement, color, and sounds of these animals in their natural habitats. Waterfalls in Haliburton County complement the Kawartha Highlands' rugged landscapes. Dramatic cascades plunge over rock faces into serene pools, shaping gorges and cliffs over thousands of years. Each waterfall has its own character, from the gentle, intimate streams hidden deep in the forest to roaring falls that command attention. Trails lead visitors to viewpoints where every angle captures the interplay of water, stone, and forest in a moment of natural artistry. Photographers and explorers alike are drawn to these spots, finding a perfect balance of adventure and tranquility. Seasonal changes transform the region in remarkable ways. Summer brings warmth, lush greenery, and opportunities for swimming, hiking, and paddling. Autumn turns the forests into vibrant mosaics of red, orange, and gold, reflected beautifully in the lakes and rivers. Winter cloaks the landscape in snow, freezes waterfalls, and creates a peaceful wonderland ideal for snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, and winter camping. Spring signals renewal, as melting ice fills rivers, wildflowers bloom, and wildlife emerges from winter hiding. Each season provides its own unique beauty, ensuring that every visit is distinct and memorable. What makes this region exceptional is the combination of raw natural power and serene beauty. Waterfalls roar with energy, rivers flow relentlessly, yet the surrounding lakes, forests, and trails provide spaces for peace, reflection, and connection. Visitors do not merely observe, they become part of a living, dynamic landscape shaped over millennia. Standing beside a waterfall, listening to its thunder, and feeling the cool mist on your skin is a reminder of the enduring power and artistry of nature. The Kawartha Highlands and Haliburton waterfalls are more than just scenic spots. They are living lessons in patience, resilience, and the passage of time. Rocks carved by water, forests grown and decayed over centuries, and rivers that continue to shape the landscape are all evidence of nature's ongoing evolution. Experiencing them firsthand fosters respect, awe, and a profound sense of connection to the environment. As our journey through Ontario nears its end, it becomes clear that the province is a land of contrasts and wonders. From the thunderous Niagara Falls to the peaceful lakes of Muskoka, from Toronto's vibrant city streets to the quiet forests of Manitoulin Island, and finally to the dramatic waterfalls and rugged highlands of Kawartha and Haliburton, Ontario offers a diversity of landscapes, adventures, and memories that are impossible to forget. Each waterfall, river, forest, and cliff tells a story of beauty, power, and enduring wonder. Thank you for exploring Ontario with us. From the thundering power of Niagara Falls to the quiet beauty of Muskoka's lakes, from the cultural vibrancy of Toronto to the pristine wilderness of the Kawartha Highlands, Ontario is a province full of unforgettable experiences. If you love this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new adventure. Share your favorite Ontario destination in the comments below. We'd love to hear which wonder inspires you the most. And remember, the beauty of Ontario is not just in what you see, but in the moments you experience. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed exploring Prague as much as I enjoyed guiding you through it. If you found this travel guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful destinations from around the world. Got a favorite spot in Prague?